Hello and welcome to the very first episode of In Mint Condition. I'm your host Justin, and joining me is my co-host and brother Mo. How you doing, bro?
Doing good. How you doing, Jay?
I am happy to be here. Happy to finally be working on this podcast. This is something that I've had on my mind and on my heart, wanting to do for a very, very long time. I'm glad we finally were able to get this up and running and get this out to the people. You excited?
I am excited. Let's get into it.
All right. So this show is going to be a platform for me and Mo to give our opinions, give our thoughts about movies, TV shows, comics, pop culture in general. We'll be covering that type of stuff. We'll be doing reviews and just giving our overall thoughts about things. This week we'll be talking about WandaVision. We'll be talking about how we felt about the show. We'll talk about some of the backlash the show went through, and then we're going to move on and cover what the future Disney Plus shows could look like in response to the reaction they got from WandaVision. So
Things are looking good.
first of all, don't cut me off. See, okay, so this is what we're doing our first episode. We're gonna act up. All right, I see how this is. So, we had our first fight on air. This is so lovely. He's giving me a hug right now. This is nice. We should put some music under this and. Okay.
First off,
in news. So we'll also, like I said, we'll be covering some of the news of the week, stuff that happens, and we'll talk about, just how we feel. We'll give a little bit of thoughts. We don't want to dwell too much on it, because a lot of the time it's just speculation, and while that can be fun, as we will learn later in this episode, speculation can also lead to disappointment. So let's go ahead and get into this. Over the weekend, we got news that the Batman this is the film starring Robert Pattinson, that's the one. Directed by
Matt Reeves.
There we go. It wrapped filming, so principal photography is done. They might end up having to do reshoots, we don't know, but principal photography is wrapped, so we can probably be looking to see a trailer in the next couple of months.
How you feeling about this movie, Justin?
I don't know. It's so depressing. I'm sick of sad Batman. They don't let Batman smile.
He's got to be sad.
No, he doesn't.
He has to go through his sad phase.
He can smile. He's been in this sad phase since the 80s. Enough. I'm sick of it. But I do think this is going to be pretty good. But I am tired of it. I hope, they'll probably get a trilogy out of this. Maybe more. But I hope we get to see other versions of Batman besides Frank Miller's.
But Frank Miller did such an awesome job. You don't love Frank Miller?
No, everybody just copies him. And he hasn't even done good Frank Miller in years.
Dang.
So it's
Since The Dark Knight Returns.
And even that is like, okay, we get it.
Man. We got a Dark Knight Returns
I don't hate it, but
ladies and gentlemen,
he peaked with year one. And
you got a point there.
I'm just tired of everything being so dark and depressing. They even tried to make the cartoon dark and depressing. It's like, stop. Enough.
It's got to be.
It doesn't have to be.
He's a sad boy.
It doesn't have to be. I think they'll handle it right, though. I think it'll be a pretty good movie, though.
Yeah, we'll see what they give us.
And if it's terrible, then I called it from the start.
Are you copyrighting calling it this movie's gonna be too dark? This is like the official stamp. Like, I said this first.
I said it first, even though the trailer dropped months ago. Anyway, in other DC news, the initial social media reactions for Zack Snyder's Justice League are, and I quote, overwhelmingly. Shut up.
Overwhelmingly
Okay,
positive.
see, this is what I talk about. Just trying to live my
The
life.
overwhelming majority.
You know I have a speech impediment.
Keep talking, my brother. Keep talking.
The first social media reactions to Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, excuse me, are overwhelmingly positive.
I've been looking forward to this.
Mind you, the first social media reactions to Wonder Woman 1984 were also overwhelmingly positive.
Well, there was a mix.
There was not a mix.
There were more positive than there should have been. In my humble opinion, but I have seen lots of negative criticism of that movie, even the day it came out.
But
Christmas
I
Day.
didn't see negative reviews of the movie until I watched the movie. And boy, oh boy.
Turned Christmas to a sad day.
Yo, tears were shed. Honestly, it was very well. No, we're not gonna make that joke. Moving. But no, I think this doesn't really mean anything. People lie all the time. We often see
Who hurt you?
when. No, I mean when people
Yeah,
get
go
let
ahead.
into these early screenings and they get access to media early, they often lean more towards the positive.
Yeah.
And again, these are social media reactions. I've very, well, maybe a couple of times I've seen it go negative, but like I said, Wonder Woman also got, people were saying that it was the best movie DC has done in years, and that just wasn't true.
Which that was false. If you didn't know.
So we're gonna see. We're gonna have to see what happens. By the time Rotten Tomatoes review starts going out, this episode will have already recorded and hopefully been posted. So we won't know what the official critics are saying, what they're rating the movie. But again, that doesn't really matter either because they love Joker, and that was terrible too. Moving on.
I think Jared Leto's Joker is hyped up too much. He did
I
his
forgot
thing.
he was in this.
Yeah.
He doesn't get, Jared Leto does not get hyped. People hate him.
His Joker, I have seen lots
You mean
of.
Joaquin?
No.
You mean?
Oh, are you talking about the movie?
I was
thought you
talking
were
about the movie.
character.
Not the character. Why would I? Why would I be talking about the
Because
character?
he's in the movie.
I don't have COVID. Anyway,
No, we're all wearing masks over here. He's across the room from me.
I'm literally sitting on your lap.
You hear that, Justin?
I'm sitting on your lap
He's
right
not
now.
sitting on my lap.
We're cuddling.
We have two
We are
different
cuddling.
mics,
We're sharing
at
one
least
microphone.
5 feet apart, but he does not have COVID. Wink.
I literally nestled into your beard.
Moving on.
We'll be giving our review of Zack Snyder's Justice League later this week, actually. We're going to get that episode out early to you guys. So make sure you come back to check that out because I'm sure we will have either a lot or nothing to say. Moving on, our last bit of news, Avatar retook the #1 place in the box office. This means nothing.
It means people are stupid. That's what that means.
They released it over in China,
China, yeah.
got the Chinese market to give it the boost to put it about, is it $1 billion over? Maybe $1 million over.
I can't remember.
10 million over.
Something
It's
like
stupid. Disney is just getting more money.
I was gonna say. Yes.
But this is great for Zoe
I was
Saldana.
gonna say, yeah. I saw she posted earlier, like she's like proud to be in like two of the highest grossing movies
The
of all
two
time.
highest.
Like,
And she deserves it.
she does. She's an incredible actress.
Anyway, that I just thought that was interesting. We'll probably see Avengers get re-released. And it'll just be a back and forth until Disney just
Has too much
is
money.
bored and decides not to do it anymore. Yeah, I don't. Whatever. I don't even know. Maybe we'll cut this out. It's nothing. It means nothing. Anyway, we're gonna move on to our next segment. We're gonna go reach back through time.
Da, 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 da. That's our theme song for this section right here.
And we're going to go through and talk about a comic book from the past. So in this segment, we'll talk about an old comic book. Sometimes it'll tie into our overall topic for the episode. Other times it'll just be a random comic we wanted to read and talk about. Today's comic, we're going to be discussing Giant-Size Avengers number 4. It was published in 1970. The publication date is 1975. Could have came out in 74 though. I really don't know how the dating works.
Looks like he's not as...
Okay, well, I know you're not talking. You're mumbling, actually. If you're going to say something, say it with your chest.
I'm mumbling into the mic, actually.
I'm
So
about
they
to
can
punch
hear
you.
me quite well.
Physical violence. I'm no longer sitting on his lap.
So Giant-Size Avengers...
We are still sharing the mic, though. Our cheeks are touching.
Let's move on, please.
See? He didn't deny it. Giant-Size Avengers number 4. This is significant because it features a double-header wedding. Scarlet Witch and the Vision finally get married at the end of this issue. They had a little on and off thing going on in the comics in the previous years leading up, but this is when they sealed the deal.
Tears were shed.
Got married. The other wedding that happened was between Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy and a tree.
It's accurate.
How do you feel about that?
You know.
You know, that's all you have to say. Okay.
I was
Okay.
going to say something that would have got us canceled on our first episode.
In this issue, Scarlet Witch starts off, she's imprisoned by Dormammu, and Vision is trying to help save her. Meanwhile, there's another plot going on concurrently where Mantis is discovering that she's the celestial Madonna who's going to unite the plant race and the human race. It's weird. This was Steve Englehart writing, Don Heck on the artwork. And yeah, that plot is weird. I mean, all comics are weird. But that plot was just whatever. This, though, the WandaVision stuff is more classic comic book stuff. Honestly, marrying a tree is also classic comic book stuff. Let's not stand on ceremony here. I thought it was interesting. The writing doesn't hold up great.
Does not. I was reading it like, oh, jeez. When is this gonna... How many more pages are there?
Yeah, and they pack each and every page with as many words as they possibly can. I think this is Bronze Age comics, so they hadn't quite evolved fully beyond the silliness of the Silver Age, but I almost didn't make that sentence. But
God.
but it tries to become a little bit more serious in tone, tries to take things a little more serious. But again, she married a robot. and
Mantis married a tree.
Mantis married a tree.
You know.
So it's about as serious as that can get. It's nice. It was nice to see their relationship, their interactions between each other. But again, it's a product of its time, and if you don't enjoy that kind of silliness, you wouldn't enjoy this issue. But if you want to read it just to see, when did this happen? When did they get married? I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's in a ton of different collections that you can get. If you're looking to buy comics or graphic novels, go to your comic book shop first, and then resort to online if you can't find it there. We need to support the small businesses. But
Speaking
yeah,
of which, let's talk about our sponsor now. Transition that
we
one.
would like a sponsor though. So if you have capital that you would like to spend, please contact us at a stovallbrosproduction@gmail.com. Any other thoughts about the comic?
I thought the way Thor talked was absolutely hilarious. And there was one word that he was saying. I think it was like ever or something like that, where they didn't put like the V, so it was like
Air.
Well, no, because it was like EER or something like that.
Nair.
No, I should have wrote the word down. It took me like 5 different paragraphs to understand. Like, oh, that's what he's saying.
That just sounds like how you read.
All right, listen. I'm sick of this slander.
It's not slander.
This is.
I want everyone to know that
very
it
much
is not slander.
Anybody listening?
It is factual.
I read
It's factual.
At least.
If you've heard him
level.
read,
all right.
comment whether or not I'm exaggerating. Moving on.
Anybody who comments is no longer my friend. So if you're ready to burn that bridge, go right ahead and write in the comments how much you've heard me read. Go ahead, Justin. What are you saying?
Any other thoughts though?
No, it was.
Would you recommend it?
If you like this kind of stuff, I would recommend it.
I like Silver Age comics. Bronze Age. I like Bronze Age comics too. I enjoy it. The camp is part of what makes it enjoyable. But if you don't like that stuff, you're not going to enjoy it. So it's entirely up to you. Like I said, though, if you want to read when Wanda and Vision actually got married, then you'll want to. I think you'd want to check it out just to see it.
One more comment.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, please.
I guess we shouldn't spoil it.
What? Spoil it. The
we're
book
doing
is
spoilers?
older than.
All right, bet. If you didn't spoil, if you haven't read it yet,
Almost as old as our mother.
that is your fault.
Literally.
But the part where Dormammu was controlling Wanda, having her fight Vision, the part where she like controlled like the Mind Stone in his head.
It's not the Mind Stone.
But the jewel in his forehead made me think about when she did that in Civil War, Captain America Civil War. I was like, hey, that's a neat.
So you hear that, MCU fans? You can get a little bit. You can get your beak wet a little bit. I would say check it out though if you're a fan of.
Absolutely.
WandaVision. Speaking of WandaVision.
Transition.
We're going to go ahead and move on to our main topic today. WandaVision premiered this January.
January?
Am I wrong?
Gosh.
It was 9 weeks. Yeah, it was January.
Wow.
Don't make me question myself.
I didn't realize it was that long. That's crazy.
You silly thought.
And I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We can't put out any more episodes.
Don't you ever question me.
Don't you ever.
Came out in January. Episodes released every Friday. So, I mean, the first two, though, dropped the same week though. Because I think they were like, we've got to give the people a little bit extra. We gotta let them wet the beak a little bit. Just go ahead and bite a little chunk off.
It was a gateway drug to the rest of the show.
What were your initial thoughts? Because you didn't.
I didn't like it at first. I thought it was an interesting concept. You know, having Wanda and Vision in these like I Love Lucy kind of shows. But like after like the second episode, I was done with it. I was like, all right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this show. But
what he's saying is he doesn't like art or appreciate culture. Mind you, we did not have cable ever, so we watched all the shows they were referencing
multiple
in
times.
syndication. Also, our father he's older than dirt, so
As old as Jesus, probably.
he met Jesus.
Yeah, they went to school together. They rode the same dinosaur to school.
They used to play baseball together. Played catch. So he was a fan of these shows. So we watched all of those old shows. So for me, I enjoyed it. I liked those episodes a lot. I liked the callbacks to those series. I thought it was fun. And I kind of wanted them to stretch it out a little bit. Because as the series went on, I think it peaked at episode 5.
Which episode was 5?
That was the one set in the 80s. So
okay.
it was
Well, that was
after
the one,
we saw everything, the build up where Monica went in, and
Okay.
also Monica Rambeau. Yes. Don't shake your head at me. Yes. My God. Yes. Nod your head.
I refuse.
See, this is what's wrong with the community. Anyway, she's a great she's a great addition to the universe. She was the second Captain Marvel in Marvel Comics. If we're not going to get into Billy Batson and all that. In Marvel Comics, she's the second Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers became Captain Marvel in 2013, I think. So she hasn't been Captain Marvel for
I didn't know it was that recent.
a tremendously long time. For most of her career, we've known her as Miss Marvel. They decided they wanted to rebrand, and instead of giving it back to Monica, they decided to give it to Carol. But Monica in the show was a great addition. I had a great time with her character, Teyana Parris. Tremendous actress. But yeah, Monica Rambeau is a great addition to the universe. I think it's going to be great to see her in Captain Marvel 2. I'm really excited to see what they'll do with her in the future. Where were we going?
I asked.
We're kind of hopping all over the place.
Well, I had asked what episode 5 was.
Episode 5. Yeah, episode 5. I think that's where the series peaked. We're going to be going on tangents, by the way. We are very scatterbrained here at the Stovall House.
So if you want to skip the tangent, go to minute 18.
No, don't stop. Don't listen to him. He's an idiot. He doesn't know what
I think
he's
we already
talking
passed minute 18.
Yeah, he's a moron. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Please go back and listen to the whole podcast and then get back to this.
Actually, if you could, really.
It helps us out a lot.
Don't put it on repeat. Go in and click it again. We need to get the views up. Anyway, I think episode 5 was where it peaked because that it had a good back and forth ratio between the real world and Wanda's world. Vision started piecing together, this isn't right. This isn't real. I don't have any memories before Westview. What's going on? And then the end of that episode was just chef's kiss. They were acting in this show.
Oh my goodness.
They was acting.
Paul Bettany, Elizabeth Olsen did their thing.
They knocked it out the park.
They
I
really
was
killed
very, and in that episode specifically, their Wanda and Vision's reactions or interactions with each other was was beautiful.
It was crazy.
And so I think that's where the series peaked for me. Because after that, you had the Halloween episode, which was very good. Oh, in general, though, the episodes for me, it kind of hit a speed bump once we hit the Agatha reveal. Also, spoilers.
In case you didn't know, we are spoiling on this show. So if you don't want that, just turn the volume down.
We're gonna. I'll have to change that in future episodes. Up top, we'll let everybody know that it's a spoiler. We're gonna spoil stuff. We don't care. We'll let you know if we're not gonna spoil something. I just keep that energy moving forward.
Might accidentally happen though. Knowing when we go on our tangents, we're gonna say, and then he died. Like, oh no.
Whoever said we'll go on a tangent?
You just said that like 5 minutes ago.
Me? I said that?
So Agatha Harkness.
Here's what I want you to do. Let this episode finish playing. Go back, rewatch it, re-listen to it, and see if I said we're going to go on a tangent.
If he edits it out, I'm leaving this. This is the only episode you will hear Mo's voice.
But yeah, once we hit the Agatha reveal, it kind of came to a screeching halt, because then we get the episode where they go through Wanda's life and they give us backstory on her, which it was needed and it was nice and it was good to see. It helps build her character, helps inform her character. But I don't know. It works and it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good, but the feel of the show it changed because it went back to the classic Marvel movie style and feel.
Yeah, I agree. It did. I liked having like more of a backstory with Wanda, like showing that like, oh, she's like, she didn't get her powers from the Mind Stone. That it just enhanced her powers. Like, she was a witch even like when she was a kid. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But that once they revealed Agatha Harkness was the main antagonist, it was like whoa, this is like definitely different from what we've seen earlier on in the show.
I almost think we didn't need Agatha at all in the show. Granted, we would have lost a great musical number, but I don't think we needed Agatha at all. I think we've had Wanda as a villainous character in the comics before, so I don't. It wouldn't be a far fetch to see that portrayed in the film, to see her as she just lost it and she had gone through so much trauma that she couldn't take it anymore.
I mean, when they introduced her, she was working with Ultron, trying to stop the Avengers. So like, we've already seen that. I think they could have found a way to.
But even then, it wasn't. Yeah, they were working with Hydra, but
I was gonna say, yeah.
But even then, it was like, okay, they're not really bad guys, though. They didn't play them as she did set off the Hulk.
I was gonna say they were actively fighting the Avengers all throughout that movie.
Huh. Interesting. Anyway, I think if they would have played up Wanda, though, it would have been different. It would have been a much sadder ending, and I think they were trying to aim for a happier turn of events, which they kind of get. All right, we're spoiling the end of the show.
It was still tear-jerking. I'm not gonna lie.
What? Because the kids died?
Dog.
Bump those kids.
I mean, bump the kids, but like, she had to like watch them. She had to watch them die. Like,
she had to watch them die.
She pretty much she looked them in their eyes and then looked out the window and saw the hex close and was like, let's go downstairs. And then she watched Vision die again, which is like the third time this has happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's more bittersweet though than just straight up like, oh.
Yikes. Wow.
Oh boy. You need some therapy.
So I saw a meme from Endgame, from Tony's funeral. It had Falcon, Bucky, I guess I should say Sam, but Falcon, Bucky, and Wanda like in the same frame. It was like the we need therapy instead of our own TV show crew.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I don't know. I think the way it went, it's a good show overall. And I liked it. I just think that they could have. I mean, I think we all think.
All right, no.
Give Wanda a show was a nice idea.
Not pointing any fingers. Could have been done better.
But I mean, I'm kind of the opposite of you, though. I was tapped in all 100% at the beginning. Towards the end,
I mean,
I was still tapped in. I'm not the opposite of you because you hated it.
I didn't hate it. I just
your words were.
All right, don't
why do we need to watch this show? It's not even that good. Why are you losing your mind over this show? It's not even that good. You texted me that.
Okay, in my defense, I did say that, but I say stuff like that all the time to make him mad. Like, literally, I will say that The Last Airbender was better than Avatar The Last Airbender. If you can see his face.
Literally. I see it all the time.
So, yes, I did say that, but...
He meant it. Don't let him deceive you. If there's a message that we can take away...
He's sneak dissing on the middle of this show. You. So, let's just move on.
But, yeah, overall, I think I did like it. And I'm excited to see what they do next for Wanda. And also Vision, because White Vision is out there somewhere.
The theory is that that's Ultron, or gonna be Ultron.
It's not, because it's Vision. It can't be Ultron if it's Vision.
But what if it is?
It's Vision.
Okay, so you don't think those theories are? That's what I was
the Visions were debunked in the episode.
The visions.
Okay, see, this is what I talk about.
The visions of him being Ultron were debunked.
The theories were debunked in the episode when they said, "Oh no, it's just Vision." And so,
all right, but I was asking you what you thought about the theories, my boy. You're sitting here attacking me. We're on the same side.
Moving on.
We're not cheek to cheek no more, are we?
No, not anymore. Now we're shouting across the room at each other because this has gone too far. There's so much anger from his side of the room.
Oh my gosh.
And really it's just peace and love radiating from our side of the room. They haven't announced that there will be a season 2 of this. I don't really want a season 2.
I don't think there should be.
If they did a season 2, it wouldn't be able to capitalize on the gimmick. It would just be another MCU project dealing with Wanda, maybe Vision, maybe the twins. So I'm sure it would be good, and I'm sure we would all watch it. But I wouldn't really. I don't know, because the gimmick of this was so well done and was so interesting that
you don't think they can top it?
I don't. I mean, what would be the? It would just give them a movie at that point.
No, yeah, I feel that's why I don't. I'm not sure if they did a second season, what they could do with it, and plus we'll see her in Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, but like I said, this is a great series. It's a great limited series. If you haven't checked it out, sorry.
I mean, it's still worth watching.
The journey isn't about the destination.
All right.
It's about the friends you make along the way. Like Vashon.
Oh my gosh.
And Blue Vision.
When I saw that, I was like, what? It makes sense.
I thought it was red paint.
I did too.
I'm not going to lie. If you don't know what we're talking about, look up Blue Vision.
I was going to say.
It's life-changing.
I mean, is it easier for the
to
black
CG
and white?
it? I don't know.
'Cause that was my initial thoughts. Like maybe they made him blue because, when he was blue, they did black and white, so maybe that
Maybe.
helped. But
But they had the dots on his head, so I think it's just overall CGI.
well, yeah, I mean, obviously, but they still painted his face red, even later in the show. They showed pictures of him with paint on. In the Vision suit. So I don't know why
I think he's lying again.
literally the pictures were posted together.
You know what?
It was like Blue Vision and Red
Come
Vision.
on the show. You make me look bad.
Hey, I'm not the one making you look bad, my boy.
That is so cruel and evil.
Moving on.
We can't keep saying that. People are gonna start mocking us.
That's our catchphrase. Moving on.
Let's talk about the backlash. Because boy oh boy.
Golly gee.
These folks were angry.
Yeah, it's
So if you don't know what happened, basically a bunch of people made all these fancy guesses about what was gonna happen.
and they didn't like
And what they guessed would happen did not happen. So they threw a hissy fit, as it's known in these streets, and it was ridiculous. You have a lot of people were disappointed in, and there's levels to this. You on one level you have people that were disappointed because they didn't see what they thought should have happened. Right? There were theories that
Visions.
Go
ahead.
There were theories that the white Vision was going to be Ultron. There were theories that Vision was going to somehow be able to remain. There were visions that Mephisto... Stop
It's catching on, guys. I tell you, I play these mind games with
There
them.
were theories that Mephisto was going to show up. There were theories that this was going to launch the X-Men. There were theories that this was going to bring Quicksilver back. Just there was the big theory was that this was how the twins were going to be introduced into the mainstream universe.
Yeah.
Because it seems like they're gearing up for the Young Avengers. So far, Scott Lang's daughter has been aged up, and she's Stature, they call her. And Kate Bishop is going to be premiering in the Hawkeye series.
Yeah.
And I think Eli Bradley is going to be premiering in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So that's, if you throw the twins in there with that, that's 5 members already.
Yeah.
So all they would need is, I think, Iron Lad and Hulkling, and they would have the full comic book team. So a lot of people thought, okay, this is going to be how they bring the twins in, and none of that happened. It was a pretty contained story. They introduced Evan Peters in episode 5, which was mind blowing because
Crazy.
Evan Peters is Quicksilver in the Fox
movie.
X-Men movies. So, with Disney's acquisition of Fox, the thought was, oh crap, are they bringing is this how X-Men is going to be brought into the MCU? His name was Ralph Boner. Never before have we been so disappointed. I think the last time the MCU let me down this bad was the Mandarin.
Yep.
That movie sucks. If you like Iron Man 3, that is okay. But I don't.
That's the hottest take of 2021.
We can like different things.
I am weak. I enjoyed parts of that movie.
I rewatched it. It's not as bad as I remember. But
it has
sucks
some
still.
good parts, but the whole Mandarin,
principle,
because Ben
I hate
Kingsley would
You
have
literally had
literally
one of the
killed
greatest actors
that
of the modern
role.
era.
And it's so like
That being
aggravating.
said,
Should have been.
Shang-Chi
Yeah.
gonna be good.
I can't wait.
But yeah, a lot of people were upset about the Ralph Bohner reveal, and that's a valid one, I feel, because you don't bring Quicksilver in and then say this is Ralph Bohner.
Although I feel like they're playing something like they're like, oh, haha, we did this to you, but we got this.
I don't think they are, because the creator literally said this is like what they did with Mandarin. We wanted to do that. So to me, it's like just
a bunch of idiots. Man,
it was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that is irritating.
It's irritating. It was like, well, then don't even do it.
Yeah,
just bring Aaron Taylor Johnson back. And I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah,
because they have him on contract, I think, to do some more projects. Could be wrong. I just remember that announcement a couple years back that he still had fulfillments to do.
I don't.
So, but the other theories where it's like, oh, it's Mephisto, or oh, it's gonna be Ultron.
And they were saying, oh boy, was gonna be Ultron.
James Spader?
No, the director of Sword.
Whatever. Oh, yeah, there were theories that he could be Ultron.
I just remembered that.
It was. Oh, and I think probably the biggest one was that when Monica says she has a friend who's an aerospace engineer, everybody was like, oh, it's Mr. Fantastic. We're getting Fantastic Four. And it was just some woman.
Bro, they was grasping for straws at that point.
They were like, John Krasinski is going to be in because Randall Park played Asian Jim on The Office. So since he's in this, John Krasinski is going to come in and play Reed Richards. And
I forgot that Randall Park was in The Office until you just said
the man has a very vast career.
That man is everywhere. Wow.
We love Jimmy Woo.
I love him. He is. He was.
But
man.
So everybody had all these theories and expectations about, oh, how is this going to happen? And on top of that, Elizabeth Olsen said, I think this was on Seth Meyers' show. She said that there is a Luke Skywalker-sized cameo going to be in the series. And that's in reference to The Mandalorian's latest season where Luke Skywalker appeared on the show.
Spoiler alert.
You know what? If they haven't seen it at this point, they don't care.
I would once again like to remind you that we are spoiling everything on this podcast. So, because we keep up to date with everything. So. Yeah, if you're not, before you listen to this,
we'll try to do better.
Watch the latest episodes before you watch the latest
better.
Episode of In Mint Condition.
But they were saying, so she said that was going to happen, so everybody was like, well, who's it going to be? And Paul Bettany...
That man is a scoundrel.
He said that he had the pleasure to finally work with someone he's wanted to work with his entire life. That person turned out to be himself. Which honestly is a great practical joke.
I can't
Paul fault the man on that.
Man. He said, oh, they're going to love this.
It was a good joke. But it pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, they were not happy.
With the future episodes, or the future shows, Kevin Feige has already come out and given an official announcement saying, look, calm down. Not everything that happens in these shows is going to be groundbreaking. It's not going to be a massive event, a world-shattering event. So they're already tempering expectations. So with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and even with WandaVision, it seems like everything shifted back a little bit towards the status quo that was set by Avengers Endgame. Wanda, at the end of that movie, seemed to be
consolable.
She seemed content. She seemed all right.
Yeah.
When she was talking with Hawkeye at the end of that, she was like, "Look, they know we won. We can move on. We're gonna be all right." And so this took her. It let her grow as a character, and we really got to live with her. But she's back at that same place she was at the end of Endgame. She's like, okay, I can't have Vision back. We've fought, although she's probably gonna get Vision back again. White Vision's out there, but her status quo is reset, and so I think
the way they went about that was actually pretty interesting. Like, she found out Sword had Vision's body, so she was like, "Oh, I'm getting that back." And then she found out she couldn't, so the show happened, and then like you said, by the end of it, she's like,
it's a good show. I'm not saying that it's back to the status quo and that's a bad thing. They did a great job to
I just thought it was interesting how they
journey to get us back where we needed to be at the end of Endgame, because these shows aren't going to be mandatory viewing for people who just want to watch the movies. So if you just watch Endgame and you say, I'm not watching WandaVision, I'm not watching 9 episodes of a miniseries,
you don't have
when you see her next, you'll be like, okay, she's more powerful. And again, we don't know how they're going to handle her in Multiverse of Madness, but we do, from what they've announced, you're not going to have watched the series in order
I'm
to
excited for
understand
that
it.
show. I was just watching Doctor Strange.
The movie?
The movie. And
you call it a show.
Look, all right.
Okay.
Show, movie, they're all the same thing. The show is just a movie that's cut up into little bitty pieces. Anywho, I'm excited to see, because I was just watching the first Doctor Strange, and that movie was, I love it. I'm not gonna lie. It was really good. Like, visually, the story was good.
Wong,
my boy Wong. My boy Wong. Nah, I'm really...
Wong is part of the Beehive.
He is.
So
everybody loves Wong. But I'm excited for that movie. So now seeing Wanda being so much more powerful than she was last time we saw her in Endgame. Which, I mean, by the way, in Endgame she was throwing hands with Thanos. So
he said kill everybody.
He said kill everybody because she about to kill me.
Our guys are down.
He's like, bro, the army.
Fire.
Like, man, you got 3 more seconds, my boy.
I ain't gonna say this twice.
She was piecing him up. So seeing her now is like her power compared to, because I saw somebody posted when Doctor Strange, when he astral projected, his body went to sleep. But we saw at the end of WandaVision, she was astral projecting, but her body was still up and moving, active. So
and Agatha already said she's
more powerful
than the Sorcerer
So I was
Supreme,
wow, we're gonna see seeing that their powers compared, because even Doctor Strange is getting more powerful than he was from his first movie, from Thor Ragnarok, Endgame. So I'm excited for this movie.
It's gonna be a good one. But so with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think we could get. I think it's gonna work in the same way. We'll get introduced to new characters, but at the end of the day, we're gonna get back to the status quo, because at the end of Endgame, Sam got the shield. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is gonna be like a war for this shield, but then it's gonna end. It's gonna end with Sam becoming Cap,
unless it throws a curveball.
But they've already tried to temper some of the expectations for that. They've been like, look.
Stop it.
We don't want y'all acting up like you did with WandaVision.
Yeah.
Calm down. And that's the thing. Speculating and making these fan theories is fun, and it's a part of the experience. But you can't take it too far. Yeah, and I feel a lot of people took it way too far. And it's like, oh, the thing that I wanted to happen didn't happen, so this show is bad. No, it's not. You're just angry.
It's like with Iron Man 3. I know how they're feeling. I'm coming from a place of
Iron Man 3 was
What-
not fan theories. They said this is the Mandarin.
I guess yeah, that's true.
And then
they
white
played that,
boy showed up and was like, "No,
Oh.
I'm the Mandarin." No, you're not.
That
You're
hurt
on fire.
My feelings.
What's wrong
That
with
made
you?
me sad.
You don't even have one ring.
He said, "My boy Mandarin had 10. You ain't even got one. Come on now."
Where's your drip? You don't got none, son.
Mandarin saying, "Infinity Gauntlet, who?"
You got a glove? One glove?
I'm iced out, my boy.
But yeah, so I think with this next batch of Disney Plus shows, everybody's gonna have to calm down and dial it back. But we don't really learn our lessons ever as a fan community.
As comic book fans.
And so Falcon Winter Soldier 1's gonna come out and everybody's gonna be like, "That's Red Skull." And
What you just say to me?
we're going to be right back where we started. It's going to be Mephisto 2.0. Everybody's going to be making their fan theories like, "Oh, this is going to happen." And then when it doesn't happen, they're going to be upset again.
I am excited to see Zemo.
Baron Zemo,
He's
for those of you who don't know, is a Captain America villain who wears a purple bodysuit. The original
They
Fashion
dialed
Nova.
back from the purple
He
bodysuit.
wears
It's a
the boots with the fur, purple bodysuit,
the whole
mink
club
scarf.
was looking at her. In one version of his suit, didn't he have fur?
Yeah.
Around his neck. Okay, that's what I thought. Cause I saw the trailer, but like,
Have
they,
you not
took
read
pictures.
my Avengers comics?
Look, all right. I'm a little busy.
I've had these comics.
I was just
since
making sure.
I was 7.
I was just making sure
Probably
that my
earlier.
memory did not betray me. That's why I'm asking.
Got them from Fun for All, 50 cents bin. They don't have that anymore.
Thank to our sponsor. No, I'm joking. Maybe one day.
I have too many books in my subscription. They're
Not gonna
you owe
sponsor
us
us."
money, sir. Get it together.
But no, I was just making sure that I was right. But like, I saw that and I was like, that is a cool, like, modern interpretation of his outfit. And so I'm excited to see him. I thought he did a good. That actor especially did a good job in Civil War.
Yeah, and if we take the lessons we've learned from WandaVision, focus on what's actually in the show. Don't worry and trip about what could be what. Again, I'm not saying don't make fan theories. Absolutely make fan theories. It's fun to see the fan theories. Just don't get too attached.
Although the show is going to be jam-packed with characters. Because we got U.S. Agent coming in, Zemo, Sharon Carter's coming back. 3, yes. Wow, I can't think of anybody else. I swear I've seen somebody.
Dig himself.
Look, all right, look. Shush. All right?
Eli Bradley, I heard, was going to show up in it.
I swear I saw more people than that. I just can't remember off the top of my head.
I think Batroc the Leaper is going to come back.
I heard that.
He was in Winter Soldier, for those of you who don't know. He's the guy Cap fought at the beginning of that movie.
He leaps. It's like,
And he does a kick.
he leaps. That's his name. That's what he does. He grew up around frogs, kangaroos.
There's actually a villain called the Kangaroo who went to Australia and lived with the kangaroos. And he learned how to jump high like them and kick.
His name was Batroc.
No, his name is the Kangaroo.
That is insane.
Comics are good sometimes.
They got bored. They were like, what is it? Kangaroo? All right,
What
perfect.
is going on? But yeah, so I think with these future shows, they're not going to let any of their actors say something like, "I've always wanted to work with this person for my entire life."
Oh, why would you do that? You almost ruined the whole
I
studio.
think Paul Bettany ruined that for everyone.
Although Tom Holland has a awful history. Remember when he opened up the poster?
The poster.
He was like, turn on or look on the other side. How the whole poster he kept was like, oh no. So they gotta put a tight lid on Tom. Oh, they trolled us with the titles for Spider-Man 3. That was Spider-Man Homewrecker.
Homewrecker. I stand by it.
10 out of 10.
Zendaya was late. Was like, yeah, we've already done this joke, honey.
Oh my goodness.
It's A for effort. A for
Yes.
effort. But yeah, so I'm excited. Falcon Winter Soldier drops Friday. So, like I said, we'll probably come back next Monday, talk a little bit about that episode, but we're not going to dwell on it.
We'll do a full recap once the show is over.
We'll do a full recap when the show is over, but we will give our thoughts as the episodes come out. Because I'm excited for that series. I'm excited for all comic book properties. I want them all to be good. Unfortunately, a lot of them are not. And we'll see what Zack Snyder's Justice League is talking about.
It's going to be amazing. Minus Jared Leto's Joker. I am excited for it.
Okay, we're going to take a slight detour. I am...
Go for it.
The man has not a great track record.
Although I did hear that this movie isn't going to be dark like Batman vs. Superman, Man of Steel. 'Cause I know people didn't like it. Oh, it's too shadowy. Oh.
Zack Snyder has three color palettes at most.
The slander on this man. Oh.
His animated movie was orange the entire time.
I mean, orange is a very...
No.
It draws you
the
in.
Man does
they
not.
They say you
he chose gray,
paint.
blue, and orange, and he has not looked back.
Well, sometimes you just gotta...
Not do that. I'm surprised they didn't release this in black and white.
Because it is a comic book movie. What is wrong with you? Comic books are in black and white too. Yeah, I beat you to it. Shut up. All right. I'm excited. I heard it wasn't going to be dark though. Or like as dark as everything. I'm sure it's still going to be dark.
He's literally going to have a portion of the movie set in the apocalypse.
Oh, so now it can be dark. So now it's okay for it to be dark. Is that what
if you're going to set it in the apocalypse?
Is that what you're going to say? Oh, if it doesn't have lime green, I don't want it. I want
What if we find
colors.
out that the bad jokes from the first Justice League were Zack Snyder's and not Joss Whedon's?
That would honestly be hilarious, but I doubt it.
I'm gonna laugh in the faces of the Snyder cult. You idiots.
Y'all almost burned. It was almost smoke in the city.
They almost said it all.
That would be fun, but I doubt. Although I did hear that it was going to be funnier.
I also saw that it was funny, and I was like,
so,
well.
I feel like the thing that I didn't like about the theatrical cut was that it felt like a Marvel movie where there was like jokes where there shouldn't be jokes, or there were just like jokes like sprinkled in there, like, oh, this was a serious moment. Let's make them laugh. like let us marinate in the seriousness. And so that's why I don't think that any of those like campy.
No,
jokes.
they weren't.
That would be funny though. I'm not like throwing
if this
joke
movie
out.
is bad, I don't want to hear a single word from a single Snyder Stan account for at least 5 years.
There will still be something. Like, it's WB. They cut his movie down. It's already going to be like 4 hours.
This movie is 3 days long.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't want to hear a single complaint from anyone.
I'm trying to think what they could say about it. And I can't. I'm sure I
want this movie to be good. But there is a dark, evil part of me that is like, but if it's bad, we win.
And now that part is in me now, too, because I want to see... want to see.
I want it to be good.
I do too. Because when it first came out, my initial response was, okay, it's a good Justice League movie. And then I like rewatched it a couple times. I was like, oh, it wasn't as good as I remember.
I think we all enjoyed it.
And then
it's in everyone's top 10.
It's a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
Could have been better. Is it the greatest movie ever? Absolutely not.
It's
the
not
worst?
a good movie.
No, Wonder Woman 84 is the worst.
Iron Man 3.
I enjoyed Iron Man 3 more than Wonder Woman. I did.
There was no Gal Gadot.
That's because that's the only reason you watch Wonder
That's
Woman.
Not true.
I
have an intense passion for the character.
Other than you have so many posters of Gal Gadot, not Wonder Woman. Anyways.
Why are you reading me?
Anyways.
This is a professional business, sir. Need you
Iron
to
Man
conduct
3,
yourself better.
Other than the Mandarin
Everything.
part. All right, are you done? Can I talk?
Can you?
Other than I thought he was going to cut me off. Other than the Mandarin, the parts in the movie that I didn't like weren't as severe as in Wonder Woman. And I think Justin can agree with me on that. I mean, it had good parts, but like overall,
I was so sad.
Because the first movie, Patty Jenkins, like, she set it off. Like, that first movie was phenomenal.
Top 10 movies of all time.
It was like there's so little thing. The like biggest thing I didn't like about it was the end fight, because like the movie like paced you off like this is like all this, and then it was just like, oh, she just fights Hades, like
Ares.
and then Ares. It's the same character.
They're not the same.
I honestly forgot. That's my bad.
Do better.
He said do better. But no, like that end fight could have been better.
I think.
We all think. But the rest of the movie as a whole was like beautiful. And so like 84 came out and it was just like I mean the acting in the movie was amazing. Like Pedro Pascal, I think he killed it. Like he was honestly one of my favorite parts of the whole movie. He killed his role as Max Lord.
That being said, it's kind of stupid. I know we've completely switched gears.
I was gonna say we were supposed to talk about,
but we need to talk about this because I didn't have a podcast on Christmas. I have feelings and emotions.
This is what we talked about, tangents. It's gonna happen very often. You just gotta go along with the ride. Go ahead.
I don't even know. Now I'm sad again. But WandaVision will make
How
you
did we
happy.
even get there?
I don't know, man.
I'm just thinking like we came from...
How am I supposed to know?
Man,
I'm just enjoying the journey.
That was a roller coaster.
I have a microphone.
I can record what I
can say
now.
whatever I want.
No. You'll get the show canceled if you say whatever you want.
I can say almost. I can say 90% of
George
the things
Carlin
I
told
want.
us what we can't say, so we're going to go with that.
We can say one of them. We can say one of the words.
I'm not thinking of with society.
Oh, you're going to go
now.
with the F one?
No. Oh, you're going to go with that one? Okay, I won't do that one. I'll choose another one. I think with society now, there's a lot more we could say.
We are a family show, sir.
I'm not saying we're going to say it. I'm just saying his list might be a little outdated.
If you watch to episode 50, we'll say them.
Oh, my gosh.
We won't say them. Or we might.
We'll sprinkle them in.
We won't say them. We teach Sunday school. We can't say those words.
We could. Our students just can't watch.
Can't. We can't say those words.
You said it, so it's okay if I say it. No.
I heard. No, you did not heard that. No. Please.
Oh,
anyway,
man.
let's
Here
go
we
ahead
go
and wrap
again.
this up because we're getting out of control here. Thank you all for tuning into this first
you, guys.
episode. This is a lot of fun for me. Next episode is gonna drop this week.
Friday.
I'm giving you guys a bonus episode.
Yes, sir.
Snyder cut. Don't say Friday, because it might be
Friday
Saturday.
at 6:00 a.m.
No, it won't. Don't tell them that. Because one of us decided to have a job that they wake up for. It's really quite rude.
Yeah, it is rude
when you think about it.
But I can pay for stuff that I want.
We don't have to do
whenever
this.
I want.
We are on air, and you are saying some very hurtful words. So it's probably gonna drop Saturday. Be looking out for that. Stop saying Friday. So be looking out for that. We're gonna have some things to say about the Zack Snyder's Justice League. Will it be good?
Yes. Phenomenal. 5 stars. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
We want it to be good, but
there's a part of us now that doesn't. Just to see the.
I'm just saying. Ooh, I'm so sorry.
Hit the snare.
Accidentally hit my microphone stand. So be looking out for that this weekend. Next week, we're going to be coming back to talk about something.
Hopefully Falcon and Winter Soldier.
We will talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier.
But we'll
have our topic figured out.
Yeah.
Also, sometime during the week. If you have ideas for topics that you would like us to cover, do you have a movie that you want to hear us talk about?
Hit us in the DMs, in our email.
You can reach us
everywhere.
Everywhere. We're on Instagram at A Stovall Brothers Production. BORS, not fully spelled out brothers.
So A Stovall Bros Production.
You got one more time to make me look bad in front of all these people.
I mean, go ahead, buddy.
I'm gonna whoop you. You can find us on Twitter at Bros Stove, STOV. You can find us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, A Stovall Bros Production.
You can find us on OnlyFans at
No. Unless you would pay, let us know. Times are tough in these streets.
The podcast doesn't work out.
The podcast doesn't work out. We're going to need a secondary. I hope Mom is not listening.
Oh, we're going to get in trouble. No.
I'm not going to get in trouble. You're getting in trouble.
You think you're getting in trouble. I'm telling Mom you said this.
You're the one who... I said no.
And then you said, well.
No, I did. All right, everyone. I want you to listen to the end of this video and then click on the video again. Listen back and see if I said well.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, but again, we really appreciate all the support. Hopefully, this next episode we drop will be less tangent-filled.
Don't get your hopes up.
We're very scatterbrained. I think we have certain psychoses that have gone undiagnosed.
Probably.
We're not well.
This has turned into a therapy podcast. So anyway, back when I was a child.
But again, you guys' support means a lot to us. This is something we've wanted to do for a very long time, and being able to finally get it out there is awesome. I hope you guys come back for our Snyder Cut review, and come back Monday when we'll be talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And if you guys have a topic you want us to cover, let us know. Do you have a favorite superhero movie or just a movie in general?
Maybe one day we'll do a tier list.
Yeah, top 10 comic book movies.
I mean, we could do more than 10, but that would make it a lot simpler.
We can say, why would we do every
if a tier list is more than just 10. Anyways, keep going. I'm sorry.
You come into my house.
Write in the comments who's right.
On the day. If you say it's him, the show is canceled.
If you say it's me, you're burning bridges again. This is back to the beginning of the episode. Come on,
I think we might have cut that. I don't know. I don't remember. I have to edit this.
All right, we are concluding this.
You guys
episode.
are awesome. You're the best.
Thank you
back.
for joining us.
Follow us on all the places that I said. You can find the links to everything that I mentioned
in our personal
on YouTube. You can find it. I have it linked below in the comments. Or in the description. You can get to all of our links through that. If you're listening on Anchor or through any of the sites affiliated with our Anchor account, I think I have them posted there in our description. If not, go to YouTube and subscribe to a Stovall Brothers production. And you can find us, like I said, through the link in the episode description.
Before we end, there will be spoilers.
There will be spoilers
moving forward.
Pretty much everywhere.
So we'll try to start the episode with the spoiler warning.
We'll try to give you a spoiler warning, a time to click away. And if you don't want to get spoiled, don't click out the video. Let it play in another tab. Mute the tab. Let it play.
Let it go.
Just let it go.
You know?
You don't got to click away. Just let it play. All right. We love you guys. We do.
Thanks for joining us. We love the support.
We will see you all next time. Well, we won't see you all.
We are watching you.
You guys won't see
We are watching you listen to us.
No, we're not. We're not watching you.
I like the cover of your...
Stop. Gosh. All right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you come back next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.